None. 2, the Spectrum franchise agreement. We're going to table number 2 for now. We've got a little more information we're collecting. Number 3.
Motion and all that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can we get a motion to table it?
Make the motion.
Mr. Riley, a second. Mr. Hopkins or Mr. Trantham?
Yes.
Mr. Hopkins, thank you. All in favor of tabling it?
Aye.
Number 2, tabled. Spectrum franchise agreement, tabled for now. Number 3, net metering. There are some examples in front of you with very small fonts. And JR, I will pitch this one over to you.
All right, so I've mentioned this in the utility meeting a couple times now. This is the revisions required by CEJA. Basically updates to 2026, caps it at 25 kW, and then also changes the insurance requirement to not the homeowner doesn't need it, the contractor is performing the work needs the insurance. I will note, thanks to Joel, on the forms, the agreement forms, they inadvertently left out a 0 under the $1 million. I think I printed that one out as well. That needs to be revised. You guys can see that on the sheets.
Yeah, down at the bottom of page 2.
Correct. Everywhere else in the document, it covers it. It's $1 million, the coverage on that line aspect. I did make some minor changes, added the word "the" where it should have been in the first place, changed some other language to match the model, and I would consider it minor changes as you can read through those. And I provided those documents to everybody to review beforehand. And this will be on City Council this evening.
Seems pretty straightforward. Any questions, concerns, issues before we make a motion to recommend?
Not for me.
Is that pretty straightforward?
You have a motion?
Yeah, I guess we'll make a motion to recommend it.
Yes.
This is on council tonight.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hopkins? I'll second. Mr. Riley, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Solar. Mr. Vogt sent out, and I printed it all out in front of everybody. Should be stapled together. Sent this out, I think, back in April, actually. I don't know if the broad scheme of it is to put something on the books to deal with the commercial wind and solar energy facilities. As a city, we cannot be more stringent than the state. I mean, that's kind of the way all this stuff works. But we have nothing on the books right now, so this is I don't know if I want to say boilerplate, but it's the standard things that most other cities have been using. And Joel, do you have any more to speak to it?
So basically, I went into this to comply with the state law as best as I could figure, but also be as strict as you could be and still comply with the state law. I'm definitely not a lawyer, so if we want to pursue this, the lawyers probably need to legalese this up a little bit. Because, and like I said, this is as best as I could figure across the state what other municipalities and or the law itself allows, but is as strict as possible. So we may not want to be this strict. Maybe we want to loosen some things, or some of it is probably redundant with each other, or not worded the way our ordinances are typically worded. When I was reading it again this morning, I'm like, we probably wouldn't word it that way if I was a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. Right. So that's how it was, I guess, drafted in the beginning, just to get the ball rolling. Because right now we don't have, like you said, we don't have anything in the ordinance at all about ground-mounted solar, except it's no ground-mounted solar, and that does not comply with state law. IMEA still hasn't opined on this at all, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. In regards to the project that's proposed on the Maystown Highway, that's a community solar thing, and one of the problems I have with that is it's supposed to be a benefit to the community. Well, everybody out there is either served by the city or by the co-op, and they're connecting to Ameren, so nobody in the area is going to benefit from it. So that is actually addressed in here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, Jordan, go ahead.
Oh, that's a good catching that. That's all. Go ahead, sir.
No, and again, none of us, I don't think in here have a law degree right now, but in general, I mean, I read through it. I like the fact that we're putting something on the books. I mean, obviously it's nothing to put in there today, but if we all agree that it's something good to get something on the books, and like I said, just reading through it, not knowing much about it, it all seems pretty good to me. So send it to the next level. Our council will have them look at it and draft it up and look it over. Ordinance form.
Yeah. That's my intention, or was my intention whenever I did this back in, I think I did at the end of December. I put it together the first time. So.
I mean, do we need a motion to send it up the ladder? Do you want to?
Actually, at this point in time, if you want the attorneys to look at it to make updates, and or does it comply with IML, IMEA has not weighed in on it?
Not on this document as a whole, but I've had discussions with them about passing an ordinance or preparing an ordinance.
Okay. So, what do you think is the best avenue at this point in time? Should it go to our attorneys? They would be spending a great deal of time on something that maybe has already been vetted by someone else.
I think if we want to, I mean, I can sit down with Joel or whomever wants to be involved and do a cursory review, make sure it meets some of our net metering policy stuff that we just passed, and then some of the other CJIS stuff to make sure it's in line, and then we take it to the city attorneys or have IMEA review it.
Yeah, look at it first, then IMEA, and city attorneys.
Right.
I mean, that's a good. To me, I don't think it would interfere with the net metering at all, because we don't allow ground mounted stuff blanket right now. So if you put it on your house or structure or whatever, it wouldn't be non-compliant with what's written.
Well, it's a system up to 5
Megawatt.
so that's a community.
Yeah. Not KW.
I don't think you need a recommendation in order to take it to IMEA.
I mean, do we have a timeline on wanting to do this, or?
I mean, nothing crazy, but we don't want it to sit and wait next May or next June 1st. We're still talking about it. I mean, let's get it done in a reasonable amount of time.
Sounds good.
Everybody good?
Sounds good.
Number 5, construction utility application. Sarah had brought this up in the utility meeting. I gave everyone the ordinance here. It just states like the application for electric service. They're all the same if it's electric, water, gas, sewer. You have a written application and everybody puts a deposit down. We've had some contractors in the past several years that have got utilities. You know, they're building the house. They need utilities for various things. It's cold in the winter and they want to heat, or they just need, electric or whatever. And not the lion's share. The lion's share have done, paid their bill. We've had a number of people that haven't paid their bill over the years. I don't know what that number is, but we were talking about having them put some sort of deposit down the same way we do for any other resident in the city.
And to submit an application as well. Like they currently don't even fill out an application. We just use their building permit to start their utility services. We've had a couple of instances where, there's not even like big builders. It's just small independent home builders, like that are building houses, who had one has been since last August, and they're going to get a huge bill by the time they finally finish.
Because we're not billing it monthly now either. We just wait until it's done, and at the end of when they change.
I think the primary concern is if you have an application, we need a signature on that application should they default, in order to be able to default with it, in order to get our money back.
Well, the application I think is the easiest thing. I think probably just an oversight that hasn't been done. I think it reads. I don't think that anything reads here that they shouldn't be doing one.
Correct.
We don't have to update anything to make them fill out an application. So that part of it is, I think, very easy. The second step is, do we want to get a deposit from them for one time, for every time, like we do with the residents?
I think we treat them the same way. So I think, residents, if it's a repeat resident, like we're moving from one place to another, we don't do a second deposit, do we? It's one of the first time they're pulling utilities. I mean, I'm assuming that we can keep that on do the same way. If it's a new builder, get a deposit, or, if they're repeat.
So the deposit actually is mandatory to return that deposit
After a year,
after a year if they have had no late
timely
payments.
payments, yeah.
So this would also fall under that. So if someone was building a home and it took a long time, then they would actually get that deposit back.
Yeah, one per year.
But I don't think we should change our application process at all. And each resident, whatever they're building, would actually have a deposit that goes with it.
It's max $350.
And again, they would get that deposit back, or it would be applied to the last bill, like we normally do with our current residents.
Yeah, to get the difference. If they only use $175, they get the difference back.
When they close that bill, that account actually has to be closed out.
That time.
Have you talked to any contractors? This?
I have not.
The other side to this?
What's the other side?
The contractors?
The only question, in my opinion, is, do you have a contractor do an application and a deposit? They do an application for every house they build. I mean, that's the easy part. The question is, do we make them pay the deposit for every home that they build, or after they build one home and they do it in good standing, do we let them go forward without the deposit every time?
Fly-by-night contractors that we really have running around here.
That's the thing. I'm not trying to put any more burden or any more red tape on contractors that have been doing the right thing for the last however many years.
Right.
But obviously, we've had some that aren't doing the right thing, and that's why, you always legislate.
I think
to the
probably
lowest denominator.
the bottom line on a home building in the city of Waterloo is $350,000, and a deposit is $350. I don't think
I mean,
that's
and the deposit would apply to their last bill too, so if they were to be done before a year, whatever bill that they had, we could apply the deposit towards it, and then they would get a refund of whatever's left over too.
Yeah,
So
they're-
it's not,
I just don't think we should change our process.
Anybody have strong feelings either way? Obviously, the mayor wants to do it the exact same way that we do for everybody else. Like I said,
I think that's fair.
I think it's
in
fair
order
as well.
to do that, rather than to include, or change the rules for someone. Joel, I'm seeing something different.
I mean, if it's how many dollars are we talking outstanding here overall?
there's a few thousand that we'll probably end up writing off from the past year and a half, just a little over 3,000.
It's not that, it's conflict with the contractor at the end. We've dealt with it before.
And that.
They're, what's this bill about? And we're like, that's what you owe. Well, that's the homeowner's bill. No, it's not. So they're trying to eliminate that issue as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, the application will take care of a lot of that, because they're going to know when they fill out the application that they're on the hook for the utilities until the house closes, I assume, is when it changes over.
Right.
So the ordinance doesn't necessarily need to be changed. I just didn't want to start adding a
Exactly.
piece of paper to the building permit without your guys' approval. And
The ordinance reads that we should have been doing
Yeah.
this already.
Right. So it's one more piece of paper to fill out.
And a $350 check
Right.
Yeah.
For
that you will
As
get,
Stan said.
you'll get back, or it'll be put against the utilities that you use.
right.
That sounds good to me. We need a motion.
Yeah, I think we need a motion to put that in there, because I don't think it needs to go to council necessarily, because it's not changing an ordinance, but we should make a motion.
Correct.
We should make a motion in here for the minutes.
Okay. I will make that motion then.
I'll second it.
Mr. Riley, Mr. Trantham, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bada bing, bada boom, comments.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
back on the solar, you know, we have some requirements that are within the 1.5 miles. Would this be also, if we accept it, make an ordinance, would that apply to?
I can't speak with 100% certainty. That is my understanding.
My understanding too.
And my understanding is yes, but until it gets,
It would be within 1.5 miles?
that's my understanding, but we would need someone,
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It should.
someone that looks that over would have to.
There are
Confirm.
caveats to that.
Sure there are. So, like I said, I don't know
I don't know that.
specifics.
It
And
does not globally apply to a mile, or 1.5 miles.
another thing we'll find out.
Let's find out.
Anything else under comments? All right, then we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There you go. It's Mr. Johnson, Mr. Trantham, or the other way around. All in favor?
Aye.
Awesome.
We are done. 7:06.